Today we're going to talk about the Babidi that stands by into the Majin Vegeta. And to be completely honest, obviously Babidi didn't deserve his third LR, but even with him having his third LR, they should have made him way more better. And we're going to talk about how I would fix this guy. This is going to be a sort of different type of unit review that I'm going to do. So let's just go ahead and get straight into it. Now, the first like place I would start with fixing this guy is making his seal be guaranteed. I don't know why he has a chance to seal. That annoys me personally because I hate when they give units a chance to I don't know why. It's just very annoying to me. This is just as annoying as LR Super 17 having a 50% chance to gain key when he gets hit. It's annoying. Make this a guaranteed seal. That's my first order of business in fixing this unit. The second order of business in fixing this unit is making this a 70% chance to dodge and making it unrestricted to just not them having to go up against a super class enemy. This unit having a 70% chance to dodge would just it would just help immensely. Another way I would fix this unit is, I mean, this is pretty subjective. People would be like, I mean, while we want to have a free-to-play LR give a key and attack and defense in their support type buff, but I say who cares? Let this unit give 2 key with their 30% attack and defense to extreme class allies. Why not? Because this unit does not have no 200% leader skills. They don't have a 200% leader skill, obviously, for Resurrected Warriors. Boo Saga, this character is not a gifted warrior. Terrifying Conquerors, no transformation boost, as well as, of course, for AGL, Captain Ginyu's 200% leader skill. Non-space traveling warriors. Inhuman Deeds, no, and Corroded Body and Mind, no. So I think that they should give key in their support type buff. I think that these two parts of Babidi's passive should just be unrestricted, as well as him having a 70% chance to dodge. That will make this unit work so much more better because that defensive ability to fall back on, that being that 70% chance to dodge, would greatly help out this unit, obviously, because we are inside a defense, like basically a defense-oriented meta. Clearly, guys. And of course, with this part of the passive where they get 2 key for themselves and they give extreme class allies a 10% chance to crit, as well as them getting 40% attack and defense forming a super attack if there's an extreme class enemy, remove the extreme class enemy restriction and just let them get 40% attack and defense on super. And I think that the extreme class allies 10% crit chance is just completely fine. I think giving them of course, basically unrestricted parts of their passive would just help out this unit immensely. That's the main focus of making this unit better is A, fixing this 50% chance to seal. It's goofy. B, giving this unit key with their attack and defense for extreme class allies. C, removing the restrictions for going up against a super class enemy as well as a extreme class enemy. And D, making this unit have a 70% chance to dodge. It will greatly help out this unit in the long run. And what's the next letter? E? Another thing is giving this unit a bit more of an attack and defensive buff at the start of turn. I mean, why not? And like let this unit build up more, like I don't know, this is a shot in the dark for Dokkan's like perspective when creating free-to-play LRs, but let this unit build up like an attack and defensive buff as they dodge. Reward them for dodging. I don't really understand why they created this unit the way they did, because if we take a look at how they are now, it's like a 50% chance to dodge when going up against a super class enemy. Guys, do keep in mind, I'm pretty certain that the toughest superclass enemy, well, superclass enemies you can go up against are inside that 8th year anniversary event. I'm pretty certain, yeah, it is. So this unit, you bring them into that event up against those really tough superclass enemies, and this unit's going bye-bye if they don't dodge. So giving them that 70% chance to dodge would just greatly help them. Just saying, as well as them being rewarded for dodging 20% attack and defense each time they dodge. Why not? Why not? And this part of the passive where they get 2 key and give a 10% chance to crit to extreme class allies, cool, it's an extra cherry on top. 40% attack and defense performing super attack. I think that should just be, why? Why is it just not unrestricted? I don't, there's something about Babidi inside the first part of the card that it just doesn't really make much sense. It's the main problem with this card, in my opinion, inside the Babidi part of the card is it's really just this right over here. Why are you restricting the attack and defensive buff on super attack to just going up against extreme class enemy? Now, sure, there are a lot of tough extreme class enemy boss fights that we can go up against with this character, but if we go up against extreme class enemy, guess what? We lose our 50% chance to dodge. And if we go up against a super class enemy, we get the 50% chance to dodge, but we lose the attack and defensive buff on super, as well as the additional key and additional support type up to extreme class allies. Why does this unit have to go up against a specific unit to get specific parts of the passive buff? Because you're rarely ever gonna verse a super class enemy and an extreme class enemy at the same time. So I don't really get the design choice of why they went the way they did. So with that being said, let's go on over to the Majin Vegeta part of the card. Now, of course, what I don't have a problem with Babidi inside well, the first part of the card is that Babidi does have a good standby condition. 4th turn from start of battle, quite good. As well, it's once only. I think it don't matter. It don't matter. It's not a big deal. Once only, 4th turn. It's good. Yes. Good standby skill. I would say super attack effects are obviously good because he's gaining defense above his 12 and 8 key super attack effects, as well as this guy, of course, being good for off meta content. But the problem with that is that there's a ton of units that are good for off meta content. So should I really use it as a plus? For newer players, this unit is obviously going to work quite well because you can use this unit inside Battle Road, Dokkan Battlefield. But outside of that, I would say that this unit would pretty much be a dud inside your box for, of course, middle ground / end game players. So, of course, a good 12 ATK super attack effect when they gain, well, where he gains defense on super, as well as this unit being a support type unit. I would say this unit being a support type unit is completely A-okay. But other than that, of course, a 50% chance to dodge. I would say this unit is just restricted. And this is the problem with this unit right here. I say this is the main issue. I think this should just be unrestricted, and this unit should be doing a little bit more. I'm telling you, that 70% chance to dodge, as well as them being able to be rewarded each time they dodge, would definitely help out this unit a lot. But other than that, them gaining defense, well, him gaining defense on super attack, this unit being useful for off meta content, as well as helping out newer players. On top of that, this unit having a good standby condition. And of course, it's going to be in a dual support type unit, technically, because providing go against a extreme class enemy, you're giving crit chance to extreme class enemies, as well as 30% attack and defense. There are some good things about this unit. The only issue is that there's just not enough for this unit to be. There's not enough for this unit, provided you're using them to take down tougher stages. And like I said already, there are more than enough good off meta content units. Now let's go ahead on over into the of course, bread and butter of this card, that being the Majin Vegeta with the beautiful artwork. I would say Babidi as well as Majin Vegeta have good artworks. These are good. Yes, this especially. I hate that they restricted this card's art to such a just underwhelming card. Now we get on over into Majin Vegeta. Now the first issue I have with Majin Vegeta is that, of course, this guy, he must get over 15 key. If you do not get 15 key, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. You stay under 12 key, you're basically dead. It's pretty much ridiculous. Now, with that being said, I would say that I think what this guy should have did was orb change. I think orb changing would have really, really helped out this guy. Because, I mean, he already needs 12 or more key to get additional defense. And he needs 40%, well, he needs 15 or more key to get his 40% damage reduction. But, I mean, if you take a look at what he's getting, he's orb hungry. So the guy's orb hungry, but he doesn't create his own orbs. And he only has 3 key and 150% defense at the start of the turn, of course. And this guy can't even attack, obviously. But, yes, the big issue with this guy is that he's hungry for key, but they decided to not make this guy a rainbow orb change. You guys know how much more useful and better this guy could have been provided he was a rainbow orb changer. And inside a alternate universe, they rewarded this guy for getting, like, let's say if you got to 18 key and they removed this garbage ass recovers 10% HP at the end of the turn, like, who cares? Like, for this guy, who gives a damn? Get this off of this card. Majin Vegeta recovering HP. Come on now, this guy's a brute, so he should be guarding Yes. So let's say they rewarded him. Let's say they rewarded you for getting to 18 key and having this guy guard. Why not? Guard with 40% damage reduction. This guy would it would help this guy out immensely because he's not attacking. As well as I think that's it actually. Yeah. Make him an orb changer and remove that 10% HP at the end of the turn for 18 or more key and make that guard. And I think he just becomes much more better. This guy has guard. If he's able to rainbow orb change and get to 18 key and they replace that recover HP with guard with 40% damage reduction as well as this guy's defense, I think he'd be pretty interesting, right? And possibly buff up his defense to like, I don't know, 200% defense, 3 key and 200 defense. No, 200% defense and start a turn. And then when receiving an attack with 12 more key, make this like, better yet, I don't even like the receiving an attack thing. I think this should just be removed. Remove this receiving attack thing and make this like 150% defense. They're going to make this guy so much more better. I'm sorry, guys. Finish attack can stay the same. Who gives a damn? Because he's basically, I mean, he's essentially your defender. But this unit is essentially a defensive unit. Like you have Babidi, who's a dual support type unit that has just has one single defensive I can't think of the word, has a defensive layer to fall back on, that being a 50% chance to dodge. But yes, my core issue with this unit is the multiple design flaws. Babidi, it's like the 50% chance to seal is not a big deal. I'm making it a big deal because I just personally don't like seeing seal have a seal chance. But I feel like the main issue with Babidi is that he's just restricted. That's just that simple. Why is he so heavily restricted when my guy is sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 category teams and he's on no 200% leader skills, has a horrendous link set? Guys, look at his best linking partners. Are you serious? Are you actually dead serious? Yeah. He has terrible linking partners, so why is this guy not better? He could have been way more better. And come on now, we got LR Master Roshi. Like I said before, LR Master Roshi set the bar really high for ongoing anniversary headlining free-to-play LRs to be good. The Hybrid Saiyan Trio, trash. Let's just keep it 1,000. That unit is garbage. And Babidi and that stands by Tamaji, I'm sorry. This unit's just not good, man. This unit is a killer in off-meta content, but come on, guys. We have so many goddamn units who are good in off-meta content. So that is how I would fix the LR Babidi that stands by Tamaji Vegeta. I appreciate you guys watching. You guys are the best. I'll catch you guys next video. I love you all. Peace.